So thanks everyone for having me here and for skipping at least the beginning of lunch to spend some time with us. As Gary said earlier, I have been in the utility industry for only about 7 years now, but have always been sort of the resident millennial in the room. So as I was thinking about preparing remarks for this panel, I wanted to find kind of a nice framework to lead you through kind of my thoughts. And so I found this great article from Forbes on key characteristics. It actually echoes a lot of what John just said on who the millennials are and what they care about. So the headlines that I'm going to go through are directly from that article. So first and foremost, millennials expect technology to simply work, and mobile technology is nearest and dearest to their heart. So the screenshots that I have up here, the one on the left is a customer portal login, and I didn't want to throw anyone under the bus, so I obscured who it is. But you can see this is pretty clunky, and when you log in, it doesn't get any better. My favorite snippet here is that it says the latest version of Safari 7 does not work correctly with the current website, and current version today is actually Safari 9. On the right is a snapshot of the iStore where you can download this utility app that has an average rating of 1.5 stars. So I think that this is an area that a lot of utilities have struggled with. I spent a lot of time thinking about this when I was at PG&E. So the main takeaway from the utility perspective is invest in your technology. It really, really matters to millennials. And then, as even grandpas are having iPhones now, the vast majority of your customers are going to interact with you in some sort of technologically enabled way. And as a bonus, these are also going to be your lower cost channels to serve. So everybody wins when you invest in really usable website mobile technology. Next trend. Millennials are a social generation. This is something that we've heard quite a bit about throughout the course of the day. And so using their social nature to spread the word about your brand, your products and services is a really good opportunity that not too many utilities have yet tapped into. So on this slide, there are a couple of examples from Texas, where of course it's a little bit of a different landscape. The Yelp page is all customer reviews of Reliant. And on the right is the Bright Ambassadors program, which Direct Energy is using to harness mostly millennials to spread the word as their brand ambassadors. So I think that even regulated utilities can use these sort of channels to spread the word of products and services. Down at the bottom here is a snippet of a Twitter post that we got from a program that's going on in comments territory. And some of the social media videos and other kind of tidbits have gotten hundreds of thousands of hits. And so these channels are really working well, so definitely worth investing in this channel. Next, millennials collaborate and cooperate with each other and with brands. So on this slide here, Julia, a little preview. O'Power's done just a beautiful job of behavioral demand response. So just by reaching out to customers and asking them to take action during peak times of consumption, they're getting customers to reliably take action, which is really, really exciting. On the left here is a snapshot of the Nest Leaf. So the thermostat actually has a little feature when you turn your settings to be more efficient, a little leaf pops up on the bottom. And we have found that this has had tremendous opportunity, has created tremendous results with customer engagement. People see it as a game. They get their whole families involved, they share it on Facebook, and it's a really unique way to engage with them, not just one time, but over the course of the many years that they'll have this technology on their walls. So for utilities, look to engage customers not just in measures, in these one sort of static, one-time programs, but over a course of many years through behavioral type programs. But to do this, you need to engage with them in their preferred means of communication. So whether that's email or text or a mobile site, and make it as easy and as fun as possible for them to engage. Now, I put a little note here at the bottom. Partners can help with this. I know it's something that at PG&E we were always seeking out, and the utility clients I was working with on the consulting side too. Getting other experts in the room to help guide in this regard is really, really helpful. So we definitely look to do that. Next, millennials are looking for adventure and whatever comes this way. So my translation of this for how it applies to this utility conversation is that millennials really want to be on the cutting edge of technology. So up here I have some examples of not so cutting edge technology, traditional switch programs, legacy thermostats, and then the fan favorite home energy audit kit. And from a millennial perspective, I'm just going to tell you none of these things are very exciting to me at all. I'm not going to sign up for any of them. They are sort of stale technology, it's ugly, it's clunky, it doesn't seem intuitive or easy to me. And so I will speak for my brethren in saying, you as utilities really have to think about evolving your programs and your technologies. So what's worked for the past 5 and 10 years isn't going to work today, and what works today and tomorrow might not work in the next 3 years. So this is challenging as technology changes with regulatory models that might slow down the pace of change and all of that. So I'm not suggesting that you need to simply switch out technology every year, but rather think about how you can make programs fresh and exciting and talk about them differently and talk about them through the kind of current lingo and channels of the time. And also, I think it's a really unique opportunity for utilities to think more broadly about how you can have a presence in the connected home and beyond just energy. Because millennials, as we've heard, are looking for things that are easy and intuitive. So think holistically about what sorts of services and products you can provide to them. Last but not least, as we've heard, millennials are very passionate about values and about engaging with companies that are doing good in the world. So I took this statistic from a presentation that Shelton Group did at JD Power a few months ago. So the good news is that 58% of residential customers think that their utility is environmentally conscious, which is terrific. And the bad news is that the younger the customer is, the less likely they are to think that you're environmentally responsible. So this is a big opportunity for you all because inherently, at least some of what you're doing is green. Right? You have energy efficiency and or demand response programs. There are lots of new rates and electric vehicle programs that are coming online. This presents a really great opportunity for you all to, one, herald the good work that you're doing already, but then two, to do so in order to get millennial engagement and loyalty and so forth. So that wraps up my segment. I think I'll pass it over to Julia and we'll all take some questions.